Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. NBA Pit. Hope everybody's doing well. Some of you might say we're rubbing it in a little too much with the second day with the hat on this week, but this is not Patriots related. This hat was here. It is so cold. It is so cold, like 8 degrees right now. We haven't had the dog walk yet. Even the dog's like, I don't want to do this. It's freezing. It's freezing. I'm not here for it. We should all move down south. We got a good one today. We're gonna quickly go through some of last night's stuff. We won't spend too much time on it. We'll look at tonight because our friends over at Underdog have another Dog Bowl qualifier. So as a partner, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna get involved. We're gonna try to punch a ticket to Los Angeles because I would like to not be here. You know what I'm saying? All right, who do we got in the chat? Yeah, Sneeps, this is really good. He said everyone in the NBA is either Andre Drummond, a poor man's Andre Drummond, or a rich man's Andre Drummond. Hard to argue with that. We got the common man here. Happy National Kazoo Day. That's good. Magikarp, a new member. Love to see it. We got Stubbs in the chat. Stubbs had to carry the torch for you last night by winning the Splash Sports contest, so that was fun. Billy the Kid, 55 degrees, and man, I would kill for 55 right now. Drake May vibes, putting a hundo on the Pats. Love to see a regulator here. Got the Hornets tonight back in action, front end of a back-to-back. That should be pretty fun. But yeah, so we'll dive into tonight. And then over on Underdog, we get the $15 contest to try to, finish top two. Let's quickly go into last night, though, because Alex Sarr, man. Alex Sarr, listen, I made fun of some people yesterday early in the day, and then I had to eat my words. Whoa, Magikarp. Magikarp passing it around here. Look at that, 20 old Membies. That's what happens when you win 5 contests in a row, baby. Thank you for that. Thank you. Alex Sarr yesterday, with the projections were like, yeah, dude, he's the 7th highest projected guy. You need to have Alex Sarr. And I was like, chill out. Oh, can you guys hear that? By the way, we got an ad playing. Wait, where is that ad coming from?
Heartbreak.
What is going on?
Immortality.
I can't even find it. Where is it played from?
The ESPN Unlimited plan.
Oh, there's 2 ads. Oh my God, I thought I was having a seizure. Anyways, shout out to Bill Polian. Yeah, what an idiot, Bill Polian. What a dumbass. But anyways, yeah, so the projections are like, oh yeah, you gotta play big boy Alex Sarr. He's the 7th best player on the slate. I'm like, get out of here. Alex Sarr, he is not scared of Kling Kong. That was nuts last night. Look at this line, right? Played 36 minutes. Shout out Marvin Bagley and Vukcevic for not being able to play basketball last night. He plays 36 minutes. He goes 11 for 29 for the field, which is a ton of field goal attempts. He had 29 points and 12 boards, 6 blocks and 2 steals. Just went nuts. And yeah, good point. Kling Kong also not scared This was supposed to be Denny revenge. This was supposed to be a Denny revenge night here for the Blazers, and instead on the back-to-back, they dropped both of those games. They were sniffing 500 for a second, then lose to the Celtics and Wizards in consecutive nights. Keyshawn George too is a hooper, man. I'm such a Keyshawn George fan. 19-9, he had 5 stocks as well. Koulibaly made his return. That was pretty exciting. He played 28 minutes. Trey Johnson now wheels up on the rook. So if your best ball bags have some Trey J in them, he's wheels up as we head towards the postseason in that. Alex Sarr feeding family. He really is, man. He's been awesome. But yeah, Trey Johnson into 18 points last night. And then Bub Carrington slid back to the bench, but still played 28 minutes, so that's fun. On the Blazer side of stuff, no Time Lord in this one, so Kling Kong ate up the 30 minutes with 14 points and 20 boards. Shout out Trey Kirby. I'll let him talk about the beef. Shaden Sharp, too. You're like, oh, man, Shaden Sharp taking a step back now that Denny returns, right? Wrong. Shaden Sharp, 11 for 20 from the field. He had 31. And then in Denny's return, he did play 31 minutes. That's a good sign. Had a double-double, 17 and 12. A lot of turnovers, though. Wizards get the W. We'll move on. Milwaukee Bucks. You guys see the Doc Rivers comment? Are we really doing an ad on every single one? Oh, we're gonna have to find a new process if we're doing this every man. What happened here? Anyways, Doc Rivers quotes basically was like I've something about like I don't have it right in front of me now, but just the idea of he's like Joel Embiid is like the most talented player I've ever coached. Meanwhile, Giannis is over there grabbing his calf, every other second. Yeah, we did press the mute button on the other one, right? We'll try it again. But anyways, and he was right last night. Embiid, look at this line, man. In 29 minutes, also the Sixers put up 139. In 29 minutes, he had 29 points, 9 boards, 5 dimes. He even caught an alley-oop last night. Snoop said, "Do you think the Wizards would trade Trey for the Kuz? Kuz is dead, bro." Maxey had 22, 9 for 18 shooting. The Maxey ceiling has kind of come down a little bit the last couple of weeks. Maybe playing 55 minutes a game is finally catching up to him. Paul George, though, he returned and he was hooping. 9 for 15 from 3. That's some efficient chuck in there. He had 32, 5 and 5. VJ 2, 12, 8 and 7. He was solid for Milwaukee. So. Bobby moves into the starting lineup here with no Giannis. Miles Turner did stuff last night. But you know what? If you got Miles Turner night right, congrats, bro. But I'm not interested. Don't celebrate that for me, okay? I don't care. I don't care about your Miles Turner. He had 31 points. The Kuz had 17, 8, and 8. I think Kuzma got hurt at the end of this game, so we're going to have to wait and see. Wait and see what the injury report is on that. I thought we were going to see more Pete Nance last night, and he played 2 whole-ass minutes. Gary Trent Jr. gave him 21 off the bench. Cole, 14 off the bench, too. But Ryan Rollins, he moves back into the mega role with no KPJ, no Giannis Antetokounmpo. He goes 9 for 17. He had 24, 8 and 4 in this one. Doc thrown under the Giannis under the buses for Embiid is some crazy work. I know, man. Dude, Doc is just built different, dude. Doc is built different. He's the ability to be the main character no matter where he is. It's just impressive stuff. So Philly moves to 25 and 21. Bucks fall. Let's do this. This game was crazy. So Detroit and Denver. Now, I watched the last few minutes of this game, and we got Mathology in the chat. Good to see you, man. What was nuts about this game? So the Nuggets had no business being in this game. I was actually really surprised that they hung tight. It's so funny. It's like no matter who they play, this ends up being like a one-possession game down the stretch. So Jamal Murray with like 7 seconds left, down 3, catches the ball like the angle, or not angle, creates some space off the dribble, step back 3. He gets fouled, and it was a foul. These are 2 really bad closeouts by Detroit. Down 3, gets fouled, shooting a 3, goes to the line, insta-bricks the first one. Hits the second one. You think he's going to miss the next one, right? The Nuggets do have 1 timeout left. They do have 1 timeout left during this sequence. You think he's going to miss the next one with just like 6 or 7 seconds left. Makes the second one. So now we're back down to a 1-point game. Detroit inbounds the ball. They get fouled. They weren't even in the bonus yet. So they have to foul him again. There's now 3 seconds left. Detroit goes to the line, knocks down both free throws. They have 1 timeout left. Denver calls a timeout. Inbound Jamal, they barely get the ball in play. Barely get an inbounds within 5 seconds. Catches it running out with like 3 seconds left, and then chucks it up. He gets fouled again. Knocks down the first free throw, misses the second one. So he had 2 opportunities, down 3, getting fouled, shooting 3, and goes 2 for 3. He went 1 for 3 in the last one because he intentionally missed the second one. And then I think it was Jalen Duren just slapped that shit out to half court. But Cade ends up having 22 and 11, Duren 14 and 8. Tobias Harris was kind of hooping, 22 and 8 for the old man Toby. And then for Denver, Jonas Valanciunas, just to keep this in mind, played 31 minutes. So JV, the minutes seem to be up, and we're going to have a couple more games of Jonas Valanciunas because, as Galactic pointed out in the chat, Jokic, the old Joker's going to miss another week, it sounds like. They said he's ramping up. But I think Denver's probably looking at the standings and are like, we can squeeze out a couple more games here. They have Brooklyn, I believe, tomorrow night. But yeah, Jonas playing 31 minutes is pretty fun. He had 16 and 16 and not the best matchup in the world. So tomorrow night when they play Brooklyn, wheels the F up. Jamal had a tough night. 0 for 6 from 3, missing 5 free throws is tough. He had 24 and 10. He had some good comments, but accountable comments after the game where he's like, it's not just the free throws. He's like, I got to play better that whole game. But I think this is just a good sign for Denver. I feel like I'm selling the Detroit W a little bit, and I'm talking too much about Denver. Detroit just keep stacking W's, man. Keep stacking W's. Denver's not an easy place to win. They go on the road. They get the W, 34 and 11. That's a fun one. The Phoenix Suns, they're without a ball. Actually, let's do OKC Pelicans. I told you, I think yesterday during the NBA bit, I also mentioned it in Bagel with Locks, but I just gave that one. He's going to be back next week. They said he's going to miss one more week. I told you the Vegas keeps giving OKC 14.5-point spreads, and the other teams keep covering. Pelicans cover this one. It's 104-95. Crazy little sequence here at the end of the game where Jeremiah Fears and Lou Dort were going at it. Fears had to be like even in the locker room or in the the walkway to the locker room was still kind of losing it. Zion somehow being the voice of reason. Who would have thought that? Mark Dagnall after the game talked about it, and he actually blamed it on the refs for not keeping the game in check. There was a couple of fouls they let go in the last 2 minutes. I think he referenced one specifically between Sadiq Bey and Jalen Williams, and that's what kind of ramped stuff up. Zion had a really slow start here, and then still finishes with 21 and 11. The efficiency in Zion is kind of nuts. Trey Murphy, 3 for 20, 1 for 11 from 3. Holy shit. Sadiq Bey continues to hoop, man. 16 and 13 with 5 dimes. Sadiq Bey is cooking. OKC, SGA, 29, 6 and 4. Not really the best game. 8 for 22 shooting. Listen, man. I thought this game was going to be close. How the hell? 95 points? 95 points from one of the better offenses in the Pelicans. Just gross stuff. I just kind of thought with how thin OKC was with so many guys missing, like Wallace missed last night too, that we would see some fireworks here. Chitty Bang Bang, though, 20 and 14, 5 blocks as well. So you kind of needed some Chet last night. I don't really want to talk about the Bing Bong Boys too much. I kind of want to just dive into tonight. But just quickly, Karl Anthony Towns was really bad. Sabonis started. That's it. The Suns and Nets, I'm not talking about it. Suns got the W without Book, without Colin Gillespie. And then just quickly here on the Clippers, Lauri Markkanen returned last night. No Keontae, no Nurkic. Kawhi, evergreen. Kawhi with a Q tag, played basketball. Where do we think Giannis would go? I don't know. I was seeing some people trying to say that he's going to get traded before the deadline now because of extensions and stuff like that. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it depends. It depends where he wants to go. He's mentioned New York. I don't know. We'll learn a lot about Giannis, though. He said he wants to be competitive. He wants to play for championships. And I'll be curious to see where he forces his way out. I thought Bill Simmons made a pretty interesting point. I think it was last week or maybe it must have been last week. Excuse me. Where he was just like, was re-examining Giannis's trade value. Like, why is nobody, Giannis is clearly available for trade, right? He's available to be traded. He's made it clear by his words or not his words and by his actions and his inactions that he's probably not going to be there for a long time, right? If that is the case, why isn't anybody like trading for him? And I know midseason trades are hard, but I saw some BS that Mikal for Drew Holiday. Dude, I don't really see Drew doing that, but we'll see. Tyler, let's go. New member, Tyler. We love to see it. I don't really know. I don't know. But anyways, let's just get into tonight. Because we need to go dog bowl hunting. That's what we need to do. We need to go dog bowl hunting. All right, so tonight we've got a couple teams on back-to-backs, but let's just go game by game. We're going to be talking about the underdog contest to try to punch a ticket to Los Angeles, okay? Lakers and Cavs. I got to tell you, I did the Bagel with Locks article already this morning. I'm going to put it in there. I missed something huge, and this is why you need to tune into the NBA bid. I'm coming home. LeBron is coming back to Cleveland. I totally missed this. The other thing I missed, the Evan Mobley injury. Where the hell was that? I didn't even see him get hurt. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. And I was can somebody tell me why Cleveland's favored by 2.5? With no Mobley, no Garland? I mean, so I kind of was surprised by that, especially with LeBron, the homecoming. I don't know. Cavs are going to be pretty shorthanded. I've been like, I don't know what to do with Jared Allen. Does ownership want to I don't think ownership has a choice. I don't think they have any sort of I don't think they have the power. And they are the sub, not the dom in this relationship. I don't really what do you do with the Cavs, man? Jalen Tyson's about to play. He's already playing 33, 35 minutes. We're going to see some Tomlin today. I don't know. DeAndre Ayton, see you later, dude. We might not have to talk about DeAndre Ayton ever again. We might not have to, Oh, Taylor's up early now. Well, Taylor, the good news is we already talked about Detroit and Denver last night, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what to do here with Cleveland. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to... Donovan Mitchell's in a smash spot. Oh, we were talking about DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, Ayton's cooked, man. I think we saw Rui Hachimura off the bench play just about 30 minutes. Marcus, my boy, is wicked smart's playing 32 minutes. I think the Ayton thing is gone. I think it is gone. So anyways, Luka, LeBron, Spider, Allen, and then listen, the 6th round's going to be deep today. It's going to be really deep. So I think you can throw some Tyson out there. I think you can throw a Rui out there if you want. I think you can mess around a little bit. Let's do the Chicago Bulls. So the Bulls are favored by 2.5 on the road. You want to hear something crazy? If the Bulls win, the Bulls might have a better record than the Orlando Magic here soon. Isn't that? That's nuts. Bulls have a back-to-back. I think it's Indiana tonight. And then it is the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. This is Evergreen, Regulator. I think, Regulator, you have a streak going. And this is not me making fun of you putting this into the chat of just saying Lakers really could use Mark Williams right now, right? But yeah, I agree with you. But anyway, Chicago's on the front end of the back-to-back. I was, and Magic Carp actually put me onto that this morning. I woke up thinking, hey, listen, Josh Giddey played 29 minutes off the bench. This is kind of the Billy Donovan thing, right? Where first game back, he played 24 to 26 minutes. Second game, it's 28 to 30. And then maybe he moves back into the starting lineup. I still kind of lean that way. It's a pretty high total of 235.5. I think I'm going to play Giddey starting, and I think I'm going to play him 32 minutes, and I'm just going to believe that the Bulls want to win both tonight and tomorrow night, and then he's going to play minutes. There's a chance he's limited a little bit because I think it depends on the game flow. If this game is in hand, let's say it's a 10, 12-point lead with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and they know they're playing tomorrow night in Miami, maybe they take they pump the brakes a little bit more, On the Pacers side of stuff, man, it's just Spicy P and a little Nembhard in the 6th round. Benedict Mathurin, the Canadian, he returned, played 26 minutes off the bench, and filled it up pretty efficiently. I imagine he's still kind of in that range of minutes, so I'm not super thrilled. I'm not super thrilled about it. And then you get the Celtics and the Hawks. Celtics are favored by 6.5. Listen, Nemias Queta, we've had some just weird shit going on with Nemi, right? Nemias Queta has been like doubtful, but then questionable, but then he plays, questionable, but then he plays. He's been sick for a few days now. He's doubtful tonight. Luka Garza, who missed the last game with an illness, is still questionable. So they are already going to be thin on the defensive end in the big boys, right? Because even if Luka Garza goes, I imagine they keep him off the bench. They start Amari Williams. I would think they would split the minutes almost evenly, maybe a slight lean towards Luka. But Luka sucks defensively, so maybe we see some more Jordan Walsh at the 5. Maybe Josh Minot comes back and do it. I don't really know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they do. If Garza doesn't play, man, I mean, either way, Onyeka Okongwu should be able to do whatever the hell he wants tonight. I feel like, right? I mean, this should be a smash spot for OO. I feel like Onyeka Okongwu could be really fun tonight. I don't know if we're out here drafting Amari Williams. If this is like a 5-game slate, Amari Williams would be a lot of fun. 9-gamer, I don't think we do it. But I do think the Celtics' big rotation really does affect Onyeka. And then what I really like about Onyeka is that even if the Celtics decide to go small, I think Okongwu is still fine against small ball 5 because of his size. And if they go big, Onyeka's still out there. So I really like Okongwu in the 6th round. I'm gonna be forcing that a little bit more here later today, and then obviously like Jaylen Brown is fun, right? Of course, JBB. All right, let's go. Magic and the Heat. I mentioned that. Yeah, both. So if the Magic lose tonight and the Bulls win, the Bulls will flip them. Isn't that nuts? Jalen Suggs played 27 minutes last game. He seems close to full. I'm done with Desmond Bane. I'm done with Anthony Black. It's probably just Paolo, maybe a sprinkle of Suggs. Miami. What an interesting thing about Miami for tonight. Norm Powell not getting drafted. He's had some back stuff the last couple of games. He's been questionable, but has played through it. I think we draft some Norm, and then we just pivot to Jaime Jaquez, right? Isn't that the move? Khalil Ware is also questionable. Bam has been nuts the last couple of slates. However, I think if Khalil Ware is back, I maybe pump the brakes a little bit on Bam Bam, and then just hope projections hate him, and then he falls down a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the game I'm most intrigued to watch tonight, Bing Bong Boys. So the Knicks are on back end of a back-to-back, traveling to the north, low key, sneaky back-to-back here. Tough place to play in Toronto. Raptors favored by 1.5. Now, the good news is this is like a decent matchup for Karl Anthony Towns, who had an awesome matchup last night and kind of failed. Cat only played 27 minutes because he was kind of a psycho last night. Brunson played 34, I think it was. I think people are going to look at Toronto and say, like, oh, this is kind of a tough matchup for Scotty. Tough matchup for Ingram. They have both OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Maybe we just go to IQ. I think IQ is fine in the 6th round. I'm not scared of this Knicks defense. I'm not. I think I really like Toronto tonight. I would like to see Colin Murray-Boyles back because I do think Cat against Sandro is like a real problem for Sandro. But I don't know. We'll have to wait till see what we get with CMB. RJ Barrett has been playing like 20 minutes a night. I kind of think we'll see something similar. The CLT against the Memphis Grizzlies. Shout out to War Criminals, the Memphis Grizzlies. Did you guys listen to that yesterday? The Pablo Torre finds out they got a real life war crimmy. That's nuts as an owner. That's nuts. Just like straight up funding Russian drones, or technology, so Russia can do. It's fucking nuts. It was a nutso story. Go listen to it if you haven't listened to it. Okay, ready? Charlotte's on the front end of a back-to-back, and we have seen them be a little funky with LaMelo's minutes on back-to-back. Sometimes he comes off the bench. Sometimes he doesn't. I don't know. Closest spread, but Charlotte has just been straight up blowing people out the water. So I don't know. I don't really know what to do. I kind of like Brandon Miller the most here out of those guys. I also think, Grizz by 4 or Hornets by 27. That's the right take. Yeah, I think I like, out of the Charlotte guys, I think Brandon Miller is my favorite. I'm going to be light on LaMelo because of the price point. And then Con Knipple. Throw a little KK out there. We got rid of the third one. Con Knipple. Ja was celebrating by using weapons to warn us. Yeah, man. It is kind of funny that we're like, we got to change Ja. We got to change Ja right now. Do all the other owners have? Yeah, I mean, this feels a little different, Power Duster. I don't know if you, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't know if you listen to this episode. This feels a little different. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh, yeah, for the Memphis side of stuff, Jacques Landale. Jacques missed the last game. Sounds like he is going to be back. He's going to be back tonight. So that's good. He missed the game for personal reasons. Santi Aldama returned yesterday, or 2 days ago. He's back. The one thing I want to point out here, Cedric Coward is one of my favorite rookies, especially from a fantasy perspective. But the biggest concern with Cedric is that he was only playing 24 to 26 minutes. In the last game, he played 30 minutes. Now, maybe they needed to use him a little bit more because they didn't have Jock, and they're already so thin. And they're like, Cedric's kind of a big boy. We'll let him play a little bigger than he normally does. It's just it might be too big of a slate. It's in the back of my head. Other than that, it's Jaren Jackson Jr., nobody else. Timby's and the Mavs. These have two of the bigger Q tags here on the slate. Two of the bigger Q tags are from this game. So you got Cooper Flag, who was set to miss the game this past weekend in Milwaukee, but again, the plane couldn't fly. So I think I was looking for takeoff, not fly off. But the plane couldn't leave. Game got canceled. Cooper Flag's now questionable for tonight. When we look at ranks, you're going to see Flag is actually further down in the ranks that I think we just play him in. Now, P.J. Washington's been playing 22 to 25 minutes since coming back from injury. I imagine he gets up closer to 30. Gafford will still be stuck in the 20s. But if there's no Flag today, I think Najee Marshall is just the clean pivot. Anthony Edwards is also questionable with injury maintenance. To me, that's just like the Q tag for missing the last game on, what was that, Monday, right? Because they missed that game on Monday, but the only reason he missed was because they went out there and the Warriors rested everybody, The Warriors rested everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and just play him in. That's just what I'm doing. And so I'm going to just play and I'm going to play Flag in. All right, Dubs and the Jazz. This line has already shifted down a point. So Keontae and Yusuf Nurkic both missed last night, all right? They both missed last night. We had Lauri Markkanen return. Lauri played 29 minutes, which I kind of was surprised by after missing so many games. I kind of think Lauri sits. I'd be surprised if he played the back-to-back, and I'm just going to play Keontae and Yusuf in. Yusuf is questionable. Keontae's not tagged. Keontae missed, I believe they just said it was for rest yesterday. So I think Keontae's in. I'm going to play Lowry out this morning, and I'm going to play Nurk in because he's cheap enough. And then the last game of the night, the one that I'm most excited to watch, you get the and for the Warriors, it's Steph Curry. You can fuck yourself. I'm not playing Brandon Pajemski, okay? The Spurs and the Rockets here. Houston's favored by 2.5. I will say, Castle, there was a report on Castle, right? So he had sprained his left thumb, I want to say a month, 6 weeks ago or something, and was it was really bothering him. Started to get a little bit better. And then he said he had a setback, and now it's starting to feel a little bit better again. But that's you can see it in the production, right? He's been a little worse for wear. But anyways, it's Wemby, obviously the second overall pick behind Luka Magic. Then you got Castle and Fox in the 6th round. That's it. Spurs and Jeremy Sohan, they basically were like, yeah, man, you can go find a trade if you want. So Sohan might get traded. He's questionable for tonight. On the Houston side, Ahmed Thompson's playing 40-plus minutes a game. That's pretty fun. KD's been hooping. That's fun. No Steven Adams. Şengün's been doing a lot of stuff. I don't think we're doing the Tyree Eason or Jabari Smith Jr. thing tonight either, but that's there as well. So that's a quick little rundown. Let's build some ranks together. Let's get in there. Let's build some ranks, okay? Once again, we are going to be trying to qualify for the Doggy Bowl. I actually think the ADP is kind of okay here. So Luka, Wemby. Normally, I'd have JJ or JB ahead of Donovan Mitchell. The Lakers don't have any perimeter defenders, really. You're asking Marcus Smart to do a lot. And now there's no Mobley, so all the offense. I mean, I guess you could say maybe the offense gets so bogged down and the Lakers throw a lot of doubles at Spida. But I think for this morning, I'm just going to leave Donovan at 3, JJ at 4, and JB at 5. I think people are scared of some of the Jalen Johnson, but listen, man, he still got 43 fantasy points when he had a shitty game of 15, 7, and 6. So I'm going to go back to the JJ well. I think the Celtics will throw some Jordan Walsh on him, some Ugo Gonzalez. I think JJ is good enough to beat that matchup, so I'm happy doing that. I think you could make a case to put JB ahead of JJ, but I'm going to keep it like this. I don't really know what to do with Paolo, but honestly, I think if I was going to take somebody ahead of him, it would be Şengün, but they go together anyway, so we're just going to click here. And then I'm going to go ahead, go Ant 8. I'm going to play Ant in. And then I think you could make a case to put KD ahead of Steph, but because of the game total, whatever, we're going to keep it like this. This is pretty boring. This is pretty standard with ADP here. But this is where we're going to get weird. We're going to go Scotty next at 11. We're going to put LeBron at 12. I really like Spicy P's matchup against Chicago, but I also really love the minutes of Amen Thompson in Amen Thompson just playing 40-plus minutes. And I think I'm going to be a little light on Bam, the Knicks. Well, maybe not light on Bam, but this is what I'm going to do. We're going to go for this next run. We'll go Amen, Spicy, Bam, and then we're going to go down to Keontae. Keontae's going to be next. So we're going to put Keontae 16 right now. You can make an argument to put him ahead of Bam if you want, but we'll leave him at 16 just because we're assuming no Lowry, and he's back. Not really scared of the Golden State defense here, and hopefully the Jazz just keep it competitive. So now we have the choice of Vucci, Brunson, Cat, Triple J, Julius Randle. I think I'll go Cat here. I kind of want to take Vooch next, but I'm nervous. He comes. It's just against Indy. I think we're going to go Vooch. We're going to go Vooch. We'll go Vooch, then we're going to go Brunson. I'm going to put Giddey ahead of Triple J, and then, now we're looking at Randall, Miller, White. I'm going to go Miller. No, let's go Randall, White, Miller. We're going to be light on LaMelo, light on Lowry. I don't want so much Allen. I think what we're going to do here is just go Flag, Nurk. Then we're going to go Allen. Then we'll put LaMelo in there. Then I think I want to go BI. We'll throw Lowry in at 31. And now the 6th round. I think the 6th round's full of a lot of scrolls. I think we can have some fun in the 6th round. So let's highlight some names. Rudy, I don't like clicking Rudy, but it is against Dallas, who's been pretty bad in the defense against bigs. I'm all set with Desmond Bane. Fox, I think you could do if you want. We'll click Fox. I mentioned Nembhard this morning. I really like Nemby against Chicago. I believe he was the Zag plan. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Fox. I'm not going to rank Najee this morning. I think you can. I like him more of Cooper. Actually, if he's going to get drafted, we'll throw Najee in there, but I don't think I'm going to have a lot of them. Really like Kobe White. Really like Stephon Castle. Peyton Pritchard makes the list. Con Knipple makes the list. You could get to OG Anunoby or Josh Hart in revenge, but I don't love it. Jalen Tyson should be considered. CJ McCollum, you can consider him. We mentioned Jaime Jaquez. Matas Bucelis, I'm all set with. Neesmith, I'm all set with. I'll add Suggs to the list. And then Naz Reid. We'll stop there. Now, that's 44 deep. That's too many. Obviously, we're only drafting 36, right? But the reason I wanted to make that big list is I think this slate more so than others. I think I even mentioned this last week when we did the last Dog Bowl qualifier. Is it was pretty condensed in the 6th round. I think for me, I'm basically going to be doing 5 drafts and then rotating the 6th round around. We're not going to try to get too overweight on any of these guys, at least as of this morning. We are going to jump into, oh my God, disable developer mode. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's only when I'm streaming too. We're going to jump in one of these right now. We're going to do like a handful of these this morning, actually. All right, there we go. The hard refresh worked. And then let's mess around. While we do this. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, no. Wrong one. And then we got to change. Bang, bang. Is it this one? This one. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Oh, no, that one. Pa-da. Even though it's not a double dribble. All right, we're drafted from the 2-hole. That's pretty fun. What did Taylor say? Taylor said something. Hold on, what did Taylor say? All right, here we go. Taylor said, what does Zag plant stand for? I've read Bagel with Locks for a month now without truly knowing. Okay, so flag plant is what people like to say sometimes in the hashtag industry. Our flag plant pick of the day. And Zag is kind of fun because it's doing something that everyone else is not doing. And also, my last name is Zakarian with a Z, so that's just a little play. We're having a little fun. All right, regulators shouting out Musa Diabate. I thought, man, I like your bet the rebounds over. I think that's fun. All right, let's take a little Wembanyama. I've done 5 or 6 drafts already this morning, I believe. And currently, I think we have this is our second Wemby share, and we've got 3 Lukas already. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're rich. We're rich. Let's see if anything weird happens. We see Mathology up in there. We got Emo. A lot of badge, bro. Well, Mega Monkey's not a badge. Let's see what the Mega Monkey does. I also think we're going to do another one of these this afternoon. Again, shout out our partner and the Dawg app. We'll draft some more this afternoon. I think I'm gonna do it at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll fire it up for an hour or so. We'll wait till the Badge Bros finish up. Maybe I should just we'll listen to the Badge Bros because our guy Roto Run, Mr. John, qualified with the last one. So I would really of course I'd like to go to LA. It's 9 degrees right now. I want to get the hell out of New York. I would also like to go to, I just want it for the clout. I'll be honest. I want it for the clout. Wow. We pulled up Steph Curry to 7. Excuse me. That's an interesting start there by Kai. So he goes, wow, Goon is fallen. We're going to get a JJ Goon start here. That's pretty spicy, man. A JJ Goon start is pretty spicy. I'm jealous. Oh, man. Why is it in your deal you have to bark anytime you mention? Oh, that's good. Well, because I would want to get paid more if that's the case. All right, K-Bosh, he's going to get... I wonder how many he's in right now that he had to wait that whole time. All right, so we got a JJ Goon start, and then Scotty Barnes. So we're on the clock here. I kind of want to take the... No, you know what? We'll do this. We got a little game stack, little Kevin Durant, Wembanyama, and then let's hope LeBron falls here. Let's see what Emo does. Man, Steph going so early kind of threw me off a little bit. But I guess Steph would normally go around pick 10 or 11, so I guess it didn't make things too weird, but... Damn, we're not getting LeBron. And then he takes Ahmed. Wow, all right. All right, Emo, I see what you're doing here, bro. We'll take Spicy P, though. Spicy P at 14 is fun. Again, I don't think Spicy P's got a little Bam Adebayo in him where I think people feel burned so bad that they're just like, I'm not interested in doing this anymore. But I kind of like him, man. I like him tonight. Keontae up to 15. I guess we could have made a case for Keontae there. But you know what? It's the Jazz, dude. I can see Will Hardy being like, hey, we haven't won a game in a while. I'm going to play Lowry 35 minutes tonight. We've seen him. We've seen him be weird. But I like Keontae there. I think that's fine. A simple rough like Mike from Rights to Ricky Sanchez at the end of the Dog. Yeah, that's good. Shout out the Rights to Ricky Sanchez. Although I think I'm done with the Spike Eskin experience, if I'm being honest. I had to whisper that just in case he found out, you know. All right, so we got. Let's see what Kai does here after starting Paolo and Steph Curry. Do you think he was born in 1989, or do you think Kai's a big Taylor Swift fan? You know, what do you think? Or maybe just the Bryan Adams version? Maybe just the Bryan Adams version. All right, Triple J there. You know, it'd be really cool if Yusuf Nurkic came back to... Well, no, I should be able to get Nurk at 23. You think we can get Nurk at 26? We'll have to wait and see. Wow, Nurk at 19. Kai is living his life. Kai, are you in the chat? Pulling up Nurk to 19, sir. Did I miss a Twitter? Well, I mean, Yusuf Nurkic, shout out Alan in the chat. Yeah, but Yusuf Nurkic has been, missed a triple-double king right now. But anytime and then Lowry goes 20. Wow, Mega Monkey's feeling the Lowry vibes. I feel pretty confident we just drafted the winner, bros. Although this, man, let's see what K-Bosh does here. This is a pretty fun, Bosk. Let's see what KB does. You know what he's going to do? He's going to bleed the clock out. Let's see. Who did he have queued up? Vucci Main. Are we going to get Giddey here? I mean, I'm a little bit nervous about these minutes, but we are. We're going to get Giddey here. And I mean, I guess that's not too crazy. I think his ADP is going to come up quite a bit. I really like this start, man. White or Flag with my next pick would be pretty fun. White or Flag. I just want to play Cooper Flag in. I just think that's fun. All right, Randall goes. And then Derek White. Cooper Flag it is. Oh, this team is vibes. This team is vibes. Wemby, KD, a little game stack there. Maybe we take Castle in the 6th. Spicy P at 14, nice little fall. Then just Giddy, we reach up for flag a bit. It's crazy that we won the Dog Bowl. Rough. Is Nurk the new Joker? He might be, dude. You got Nurk in the 6? Yeah, must be nice, bro. Yeah, I think the ADP is fake too. 19's a little, I mean, that's really pushing it up, though. Is it smart to stack games? I don't think you need to do that, especially on a slate like this. Sometimes I like to have a little 1v1 correlation just in case we get a little overtime. I think if there was one game that had a total, if it was like a smaller slate, you know, if it was a 5-game slate and there was one game that had a total of like 250, you know, and you want to grab a bunch of pieces from it, that's fine. That's fine. We love it. We love it. All right, hold on. We gotta fire out a little retweet here. All right, let's just retweet that. Okay, good. We're back. If you win a ticket to the Dog Bowl, I will come down to LA and buy you a beer. All right, hell yeah. And I'll wear that hat you got me. So you guys really think Nurk should be going 18? I think Nurk is like a true Q tag though. I think he's not a true. I would say 65-35 he plays. 65-35 he plays. That would be my bet. I don't know. All right, Castle. All right, so we got IQ and Castle. I was kind of into Castle here. Man. I know people hate Jared Allen, man, but he's going to... Isn't this a good spot? Isn't Jared Allen a good spot here? Is he really in a 6th-round pick? All right. Wow, Mathology. I wanted to take Onyeka, so I'm excited. This is my first Okongwu share. Hell yeah. All right, so let's look at some of these squads here. So we got squad goals. Mathology, what did you do? You went Spida, Barnes, Keontae, Brunson, Miller, J.A. I went Wemby, KD, Spicy P, Giddy, Flag, and OO. Emo, Luca, LeBron, Amen, Randall, White, and Nemby. All right, K-Bash finished with BI at 28, Kobe White. All right, let's jump into another one. And another one. While this waits to fill, I'll show you what we've got so far. So that was my 7th one, it looks like. All right, so that's the one we just did. This was a Luca. We had a Luca, Spicy, Amen, Miller, J.A., and Nemby. Clearly, I'm much higher than the field on Nemby. This one had Luca, Steph, Amen, J.A., White, and Castle. We had a J.B. Paolo start with a Triple J, Cat, B.I., and OO. We had a J.J. Ant start with Keontae, Giddy, Yusuf, and B.I. And then we had a Luca, Spicy, Keontae, Flag, Miller, Rudy. I don't like Rudy that much, but man, pick 36 is kind of fun. All right, we're in the 3-hole here. Who do we got? We got Mathology. Emo running back-to-back 101s. You kidding me, bro? Must be nice, dude. Must be nice, man. Unreal. Back-to-back. Do you think Will Hardy should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year because of how well that team plays when everybody plays, but also how well he's tanking? Like, should they give out 2 Coach of the Year awards? Man, I got to host trivia tonight, and it is going to be too fucking cold. It is going to be too cold for this today. Oh, and I got to go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym this week, mainly just because of the weather, but I can feel my head spinning now. We got to do it. I think this is my first Spider share, right? I think. Are you guys taking Donovan at 3 or JJ at 3? I mean, it's Donovan, right? Austin hits more. All right. It's a fun name. All badges in this one, too. That's not fun. What also is not fun is bleeding out the clock, but whatever. I've done it. I get it. Gym now, too. Yeah, I have to get to the gym today. I can feel my brain is not. If I go 2 or 3 days without it, Maybe I'm crazy. I'm going to share the link to Bagel with Locks, too. If you guys haven't subscribed to that yet, please go do it. Please go do it. I also had a bacon, egg, and cheese yesterday, which I haven't done in a while. And that, plus not going to the gym, just, like, ruins me. Although it was so good. Man, that's honestly why I can't leave New York. The BECs. That and because low-key, the cost of living isn't even that much cheaper when you leave the city. We started looking, and it's not. People are like, oh, it must be so expensive to live in New York. Honestly, it's the same. All right, did we get any? I want to see something quickly. No. Who was the stock winner tonight? I kind of think it's 0-0. Because, like, man, Onyeka, like, the only concern is the Celtics don't really turn the ball over a ton. So I don't know if I'm that excited about it. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know. Who is it? Is it just Wemby? All right, so we'll take Steph here. Although, I don't know. Scotty against the Knicks or Steph against Utah? I'll take Steph. I think there is a case to take Scotty ahead of Steph, though. Taylor Hammer pork roll for the Jersey people in the back. Pork roll. Pork roll. Man, now I want a bacon, egg, and cheese again, though. It was so good. Even though it's on an everything bagel. And that messes me up for the day. But, I need it. Need it. I think we'll do one more draft after this one, too, and then we'll call it a day. We'll do 3. We'll do 3, and then I gotta get the. Whoa, actually, the dog's looking at me in a way that this might be the last one. The cart model has Steph at 8. All right, you're just trusting the jet. Oh, come on, Austin, let me get him. It's gonna be LeBron or Keontae here. Oh, I would love LeBron on this team. Let me do it, Austin. Luca, Spicy P, Amen. All right, Emo. What did Mathology do his first two? JB and Ant. I like that we're all just like that. Ant key tag is not real. Let's see. LeBron James. All right, we'll take keynote. Little game, Corey, with Steffi and Kiki. Now, breakfast burrito is good, too. Oh, no. I love an everything bagel. Can I just tell you, though, it doesn't sit well with me anymore. Gives me, like, some heartburn vibes. And that's not because of the eggs. That's not because, like, it's not the eggs or the hot sauce. It's just, like, whenever I have an everything bagel, I feel like I'm burping up the everything bagel for, like, hours. I've pivoted to an onion bagel sometimes. Love an onion bagel. If I really want to mess with my heartburn, a jalapeno cheddar bagel with like a plain cream cheese goes hard. Can't put that on a bacon, egg, and cheese, but that goes hard. Yeah, and I'm not anti-breakfast burrito. Like, I'm not a crazy person, you know what I'm saying? I like me breakfast burrito. But you're not gonna pick that over like a standard, like a bodega bacon, egg, and cheese. Come on, bro. We got to stop talking about this because what I really need to do is take the dog for a walk, and then I got to go get some cardio in, and then have a salad. All right, math takes Nurk. Where did Nurk go today? 20? Yeah. Derek White, pretty fine. All right, Derek White at 21. So who are we getting here? We're getting Vooch, man? Vooch, Giddy, Triple J. We'll take Vooch. I mean, I don't... No, fuck it. All right, we're taking Josh Giddey. I'm a little bit nervous about the minutes, but I think I just want to be Giddey over Vooch today. That's just what I want. It's what I want. I know Giddey struggled in that last game that he played, but it's what I want. There you go. It's true. It's true. All right, based on my dog's movements, this is going to be the last one. We'll do this one, and then 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll be on the Elite Fantasy Sports channel at 4 o'clock after we get some more news, some more injury stuff, better feel for the slate, better ADP, we'll fire up another one, and we'll try to get through like 10 or so drafts. We'll really hammer those. So, but would love, listen, again, we need that clout. We need that sweet, sweet clout. After that, what was it a couple slates ago? We finished 6th and 7th? Yeah, we need a good one. Well, come on, give me Cooper Flag. I'm a little bit, LaMelo's minute, yeah, all right, that was in a blowout, 31, 28, 22, yeah. So he played 22 on the front end. Who do the Hornets play tomorrow? So tonight it's the Grizzlies. Tomorrow it is the Mavericks. I don't know. Which game do they try harder on? All right, he takes LaMelo. We'll take Cooper again. Man, Cooper's going to end up being our highest owned guy, I think. Would be fun if Onyeka falls to the 6th round. We'll take Jared Allen. Oh, no, B.I. ahead of Allen. We would take Lowry ahead of... Actually, I'll take the swaps there. I'd take the swaps there. That's for sure. That's for sure. We're doing a Splash Sports contest again tonight, too. Mentioned earlier, we took that down last night. A little quick couple honey. It's been nice. We've been getting 3 entry max, $10 entry. We get like somewhere between 50 and 65 people in there. It's kind of fun. So if that's your vibe, if that's your thing, jump in. All right, so Mathology took Onyeka because he's a dick, and he took Lowry. I'd take Rudy on this team. Maybe Nembhard, though. Maybe some Nembhard. Nah, let's take Rudy. We'll take Rudy with that one. All right, dudes, we're going to call it there. We will be back. A little bit later today, 4 o'clock. Hope you guys come hang out. That's pretty good, right? That's just for audio listeners, podcast listeners. I mean, that's just for you guys. Podcast listeners aren't even going to know what the hell just happened. But good luck out there. We'll see you guys a little later today. Let's go to L.A. Let's go to Los Angeles. All right, have a good one. Stay warm. We out.